Well, how good is this budding featherweight contender, if not future world champion, Movsar Evloev? He has passed every UFC test, largely with flying colors. Hasn't really shown anything resembling an MMA weakness. His appetite for knowledge is otherworldly. He is honing his skills every day at the American top team in South Florida. And if you can keep your O and win while you learn, as he did against Diego Lopes when he was challenged and threatened and nearly finished several times over, that's about as good as it gets. So Movsar Evloev spins it forward here tonight. Many people believe if he wins this fight, his next fight, if not for a world title, will at the very least be a title eliminator in a UFC main event. Well, there have been so many great undisputed featherweight champions in UFC history. Max Holloway, Jose Aldo, Alexander Volkanovski, and this is the latest entrant, another guy who people believe could be just as special.
John, think about the names that you just listed. These are three of the greatest names the sport has ever seen. And this man is starting to build a resume where he stands alongside some of the greatest featherweight champions of all time. He is just a beast of an athlete. He is a beast of a champion, and he believes that tonight it will just be another notch on the belt as he keeps his championship belt.
We asked him in the fighter meeting, is this title challenger the toughest fight of your career? He smiled and said no comment. We'll see later tonight. All right, with that, both fighters have now graced the octagon. They will lock the door behind them, ready to go with a crazy fight here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. And now our tale of the tape for this featherweight championship fight. And now to get us started, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Featherweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Movsar Evloev. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, Diego Lopes.
Herb Dean, all referee for this one. All right, here we go. It doesn't get much bigger than this. 5 rounds defeated for the UFC featherweight championship of the world. Oh, vintage stuff there. Nice combination of strikes by Evloev. Just misses with the left hook. Oh, headshot bang as the high kick lands. Oh, and he got tagged by that combination. His coach said on Thursday to us, it has to be punches and bunches. It has to be volume, and his student has certainly followed up on that imperative.
So much volume, but the accuracy of this fighter is truly unbelievable. Oh, slick reversal right there. Getting them out here.
Evloev's in half guard now. All right, trying to pass here. As Glover Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today. Great job of following with the hips, keeping those legs locked and keeping them in full guard.
Evloev getting touched here repeatedly with these ground and pound strikes from the top. Referee's not going to bail you out. Under 3 minutes now to go in the round.
And there you go, again, half guard. Now he's on top, exactly where he wanted to go.
Pretty good work with the strikes here off of his back by Movsar Evloev.
Nice shot there by the champ.
Nice move into half guard. Shades of Daniel Cormier slicing through that guard.
Unbelievable. I love it. Like a knife through butter. What a great job passing. Nice reversal on the ground. Great job.
Well, he grounded him, and now he's trying to pound him out. Great ground strikes here. All right, full guard here, DC. What does he need to do to improve position?
Well, he's got to start to build his posture, get some damage off, move to half guard, which in turn leads to more opportunities for advancement. But if you're on the bottom, you got to anticipate those movements the moment he tries to move to the next position. You build a shield, get back to your feet, or dig an underhook to try to get a reversal or a sweep. Trying to recover full guard there.
45 seconds to go here in round one.
Beautiful ground strikes landed.
All right, so a grueling battle on the ground, and no surprise, the crowd pops in appreciation as the fighters work their way back to the feet.
This is an educated crowd.
That is a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Now goes in and secures the takedown. There's the horn. Plenty of action to digest from that.
Respira, respira, toma água. Look, the kicks are working great. Okay, I need you to keep on that, but make sure you time it with it.
All right, a lot of high-level striking action in that last round. Daniel, take us through it, if you would.
Tit for tat. Who has the best chin? It seemed as though they were looking for that answer. Both guys took risk. What a fantastic round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, let's get to round two.
What a beautiful leg kick that landed there.
So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on.
Now hits him with the left.
Back and forth we go. Oh, spinning back fist lands. Push kick there to the body.
Jab, snaps the head back. Oh, he's stuck in the guillotine. That guillotine is tight.
Oh, he got out. How good is that?
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long too large for himself to get subbed.
Continuing to work out of the half guard.
Yep, got to be very careful there.
A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. A lot of top pressure being applied here. Oh, tight submission attempt now with the Darce.
That Darce choke is tight.
Oh, submission defense holds up again.
It's on point. He's constantly under attack, and he just constantly bats away these submission attempts back to back.
Nicely done. Man, submission defense is a powerful thing. Offense keeps going for it. Defenders held up every step of the way.
Yeah, the defense have done a great job just making sure he leaves nothing long, no submission attempts. Even when they get him, he continues to stay calm and patient, and he's defending these submissions.
Evloev's in half guard. Side control now. This pace is just absurd, and he has kept it up throughout the fight. Shades of Max Holloway against Calvin Kattar, punches in bunches.
I mean, being there, watching Max Holloway do what he did was super impressive. So to even list this performance alongside that tells you how this guy is fighting tonight.
All right, feet on the hips here.
Wow, he actually reversed the position, but he didn't stop there. He took a strong top position himself.
Evloev's attempting to pass here, but he's denied by the defense. And now he's got the back.
Just work on standing this up. You need to work.
He's having his way with him here. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here.
changing the position. Oh, this is where you don't want to be, though.
And the horn sounds on round 2.
Stop!
All right, take a seat, breathe, move with the ball, okay? In through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay, olha, próximo round.
All right, a lot of tremendous striking action in that last round, DC. I know you don't have a telestrator, but take us through the replay.
I mean, I would love to have my telestrator right now. That was a great display of high-level mixed martial arts striking. Both combatants stood toe-to-toe and let it all hang out.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Flush knee to the body. He's got the length advantage.
He got him hurt bad here. Oh!
Oh, he might be out.
He hurt him again, bro.
And back to his feet.
There you go. There you go.
Nice transition into full guard here. We'll see what he chooses to do now.
He's going to be trying to pass to half or eventually get to full guard. Full mount, sorry.
Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. All right, side control now.
Oh, man, what a strike from the bottom.
All right, he's hanging out inside the closed guard of his opponent here, DC. You got to be careful.
There it is. Now he's on the mount.
Really maximizing his shots here on the ground. Side control.
Yes, smart adjustment. Yep.
Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Block! Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter. Beautiful jab there by the champ.
Evloev's back in full guard. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Under 2 minutes to go.
Oh, he got to a spot.
All right, working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Movsar Evloev.
Side control, he's pretty safe there.
Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard. Oh, nice.
All right, 20 seconds to go in the round.
Now he's going full mount. He's got a
Huge elbow there. All right, 3 rounds down, potentially 2 more to go. We are headed to the championship rounds. All right, there's the horn, and what a round, champ. We got to talk about the knockdown. When you knock somebody down like that, it got to be kind of fun to strut your way back to the stool.
I mean, you are 10 foot tall. When you can drop another person with a strike, you are 10 foot tall. Now, the issue is he did not find the finish, and he used a lot of energy trying to finish that fight.
So the crowd voicing its appreciation after that round. We had a knockdown courtesy of a punch midway through. DC, here's your highlight.
It was straight. He threw him in combination and landed that big punch that really did hurt his opponent. Lesser men would have been done. He's got a tough guy in front of him. He will have to go back to this again. He will have to get back to this action if he wants to get the desired finish.
Ready.
4th round now, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All All right, so here we go with our fourth round of a possible 5, and a lot of fighters change up their training camp when they're fighting 5 rounds versus 3.
Yeah, you gotta change it up. You have to mix things up because fighting for an extra 10 minutes is not normal. Guys don't do this normally. It's a 15-minute fight. So you have to do things physically and also mentally to make sure that you're ready to go that extra 10 minutes.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem. All right, looks like he is going for a hip toss here. Yes, he is, and with amplitude, able to take him down.
He got it. You know it. You know that it's coming, but he got it. He does a great job of disguising this technique. He is a fantastic judo player, and he did a great job of getting to his position.
It's work. I'll stand it up. It's work.
Oh, and he's able to land a strike there from the bottom. Nicely done by Evloev. Ground and pound the hammer. Mark Coleman will be proud. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC.
Big ground and pound. Big right hook there by the champ.
Close guard.
He got his foot on the hip, and now he's throwing up a triangle attempt. He's going to try to move his left arm across to get pressure on the choke. Great job maintaining position there. You never want to lose position to chase a submission. He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
All right, dominant position here. He's got the full mount. A lot of different ways he can go here. Maybe try to find an arm bar or just get the ground and pound.
He can attack submission, but those submissions will present themselves once he is landing that brutal ground and pound he is known for. Because then his opponent will start to get a little bit desperate to get out from under him, which will then in turn leave arms dangling, or he'll turn to his knees and get choked out. Great submission defense.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Movsar Evloev.
You can't take all those unanswered strikes. They don't have to be that damaging.
Yeah.
You just gotta move. Great defense by the defensive fighter. Oh.
If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move. You gotta shrimp. You gotta get up on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
Buzzer sounds for the end of round 4.
Great round. Relax. Breathe. All right, here's some water. Now listen, I want you to stay sharp. Don't get suckered into that crap. I want you to get out of it.
All right, let's take a look back at some of the replays from that last round.
Unbelievable to see these high-level competitors get in each other's face, tuck their chin, bite down on the mouth guard, and just let it all hang out over the course of 5 minutes.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, 5th and final round. Just out of range with that right hook. Big strike lands.
Big strike lands. Now he looks to try to chase down that finish. Guillotine jump.
All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man. I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand half guard as a bottom fighter. Don't want to be there. It's very dangerous. But if you are there, you have to be winning the position of the underhook. It opens up so many opportunities for you to either escape or sweep.
Postures up and delivers a massive ground and pound punch to the head. Can't get it. Good awareness by the defensive fighter. Another ground and pound strike gets home. All right, so that opened up a cut around his eye area.
He hasn't moved his head well. He was taking shots too clean, and now a cut has opened up.
All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
All All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. Oh, lands with the ground and pound strike. This is some exhausting work, man.
I mean, it is so tiring to be fighting in this way. So much wrestling, so much grappling, expending all this energy trying to hold the guy down. I mean, no takedown is not fought. No reversal is not fought. Everything they're doing is fought to the very last minute before it gets given up.
Good work from the top here by Movsar Evloev. And there it is, another strike gets through on the ground. All right, right into side control here, DC. Biggest difference between half guard and side control?
Well, side control to me feels like a little bit less control because now my legs aren't really doing anything anymore. Now I'm controlling you with my upper body. So I've got to be very, very aware. It's still advantageous, but it just seems a little more free-flowing than having something like a half guard.
Oh, he's setting up for a submission now.
Dude's trying to finish the fight. Look at that. Oh, man, that was slick. Massive shot from the top.
Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Posture's up now. That's a vicious head strike. How'd he take it? Oh, and there's the final horn. We go to the scorecards. One of the greatest fights that we have seen all year. All right, so a very close fight over 25 minutes between the two guys who are undeniably the two best in the world in this division. For my money, I think we got a new champion.
Yeah, I believe we got a new champion. But, John, of course it's close. As you said, they're the two best fighters in this division in the entire world. What would you expect when two of the best are locked in the octagon together, but a close fight? I believe it's close, but I do believe we should hear and new.
The official decision is in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. For the winner by split decision, and new undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, Movsar Evloev.
So an absolutely incredible result here tonight. We are still digesting it right now. There he is, the new UFC featherweight champion of the world.